क्या आपने ये रियलाइज किया है कि भारत की जो नॉन अलाइनमेंट मूवमेंट की पॉलिसी थी वो भारत का एक बहुत अच्छा स्टेप था और 2026 में भी वो उतना ही रेलेवेंट है। हेलो एवरीवन, आज हम बात करने वाले हैं एक ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की जिसकी शुरुआत भारत ने की थी। यू नो, इन अ वर्ल्ड दैट ऑलवेज सीम्स टू डिमांड यू पिक अ साइड, व्हाट इफ द मोस्ट पावरफुल मूव यू कैन मेक इज टू नॉट चूज एट ऑल। That is the wild idea behind the non-aligned movement, and India was right at the center of it. So let us break down how this third path was created and what it all means today. How the legacy of non-alignment shapes India's strategic autonomy today. आज हम एक ऐसी दुनिया में हैं जिसमें लोग हमेशा चाहते हैं कि हम उनका साथ दें, उनकी बात का सपोर्ट करें, यानी कि साइड्स लें, मगर आप न्यूट्रल रहना चाहते हैं, दूसरे के मामले में इंटरफेयर नहीं करना चाहते। मतलब आप एक पक्ष के साथ नहीं जाना चाहते, एक व्यक्ति को नहीं चुनना चाहते, यानी कि गुट निरपेक्ष रहना चाहते हैं। दैट इज द नॉन अलाइंड मूवमेंट। यही थॉट था नॉन अलाइंड मूवमेंट के पीछे और ये भारत का इनिशिएटिव था। तो आइए देखते हैं कि इसकी ओरिजिन कैसे हुई और आज के समय में इसके क्या मायने हैं। और ये जानने के लिए हमें फिर से जाना होगा अतीत में, जब World War II खत्म हुआ था। It was a planet that was divided in two parts with two competing camps. And if you are a newly independent country just trying to find your footing, the pressure to join one side or the other was absolutely immense. In this slide, you can clearly see on one side you have United States and its allies and all about capitalism. On the other hand, you have Soviet Union and its bloc built on communism. It was like a global chess match and every single nation was being pushed to pick a square. There was no middle ground. मगर कुछ visionary leaders को ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा था, like making choice to go with one. They were questioning themselves, why do we have to choose at all? They wanted some solution. They were convinced there had to be another way, a path of true independence. And right there, in that moment, a new movement started to form. The lead was taken by the India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. His vision wasn't about just sitting on the sidelines. It was about creating a new center of gravity in the world, a collective voice for all the nations that wanted to focus on peace, on finally shaking off the last bits of colonialism and just running their own diplomacy their own way. Then you have got Yugoslavia's leader Joseph Tito and the third major founder, Egypt's president Jamal Abdel Nasser. They all really made the movement possible with its anti-imperialist soul. Non-alignment wasn't just some clever foreign policy. It was a powerful declaration कि हमें सुपर पावर के हाथों की मोहरे नहीं बनना है। हम अपने डिसीजंस खुद लेंगे, हम अपनी चाल खुद चलेंगे। ये आइडिया बहुत समय से पहले भी हमारे यहाँ चल रहा था, लेकिन 1961 में इसने एक्चुअली टेक ऑफ किया। 25 countries formally launched the non-aligned movement. This wasn't just another conference. It was the birth of a totally new kind of a force in global politics and is still around today with 120 plus countries. So you might be wondering now, ऐसा क्या कारण था कि इतने super diverse nations एक साथ आए? Well, it was the set of core principles like respecting each other's borders, pushing back against colonialism, agreeing to solve problems peacefully, and this is the most important one, staying out of each other's internal affairs, right? It was a pretty revolutionary idea that you could be safe and secure without joining military alliance. This movement was basically designed for the Cold War. It was its natural habitat. But then the world turned upside down. The Berlin Wall came down. The Soviet Union just dissolved. The two-sided world that NAM was built to navigate was suddenly gone. And that leads to the million-dollar question. If your whole identity is being non-aligned, what is your purpose when one of those just disappears? I mean, did the whole movement just become obsolete overnight? You would think so. But actually, far from fading away, the movement actually grew. Today it has over 120 member countries. That is almost 2/3 of the entire United Nations. So how on earth did it stay relevant? It didn't just survive. It totally evolved. It shifted its focus. It went from being about geopolitical neutrality to tackling the biggest challenges of our time. it became a really important platform for developing nations, what we now call the Global South, to work together, to push for a fairer global economy, and to team up on huge issues like climate change, cyber threats, natural disasters. Okay, let's come back to India. One of the original founders of non-aligned movement, in fact, जिन्होंने initiative लिया. How does India see the movement today? Well, its approach has transformed into this really fascinating balancing act. To get a handle on India's modern strategy, you have to know this term, strategic autonomy. This is the direct descendant of non-alignment. It is the core belief that a country has to be free to do what is in its own best interest, without being pressurized by anyone else. And this slide just nails the evolution. Back in the day, non-alignment was just about keeping your distance. Today, India's approach is all about multi-alignment. What does that mean now? It means actively partnering up with all the major powers. एक तरफ तो इंडिया यूनाइटेड स्टेट के साथ मिलिट्री डील्स कर रहा है और दूसरी तरफ रशिया के साथ ट्रेड टॉक्स. It is a much more proactive, pragmatic version of that original independent spirit. It is all about the national interest. But even with this new dynamic approach, India still sees the NAM platform as incredibly valuable with its role as a leader of the global south. Now, we have to talk about the criticism. लोग criticize करते हैं कि NAM में सिर्फ बातें होती हैं, कोई मेजर काम नहीं होता. If so, then think how it has grown up to 120 members. That is the core debate. So there you have it. And it brings us to our big final question. In the world we live in now, is the non-aligned movement a truly relevant force? Or is it just a cool relic from the Cold War? Here is the bottom line, at least from India's perspective. The spirit of NAM is absolutely alive and kicking. The movement itself is a powerful symbol of India's decades-long commitment to an independent foreign policy. That core idea of strategic autonomy. It is the bedrock of its credibility on the world stage today. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. In our messy, complicated world, with new superpowers rising and old friendships changing, the core idea of non-alignment is actually more important than it ever was. Just think over until we meet in the next session on European Union. Thank you so much. Good day.